All right, Eagles Nation. So I've watched this game for like the third time, and I haven't all 22 coaches film hasn't been opened up yet, so I can't really analyze it from that perspective yet, guys. But watching it a third time on the basically they have a version of this where you can do kind of a quicker version to the game. I've picked up on a few things I want to discuss with y'all, so let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all, today's topic. Let's discuss this game, guys. I'm going to tell you, after watching this game 3 times, there's a couple things I picked up on that completely evident to me. Number one, second half, Carson Wentz just had a horrible game. His timing was off. His footwork was off. He sailed a few throws. He threw a couple into the ground. I'm not going to say that everything was Carson's fault, but he's a big part of why we dropped this game yesterday. There's no doubt about it. Second thing, Doug Peterson's situational coaching in this game is what I think is the most significant reason why we lost this. I mean, he made some really, really bad decisions in that third and fourth quarter that really shortened the field for Washington and allowed Washington to pull away from us. That was on Doug. There was no need to do that, okay? In the end, when I'm sitting here watching the condensed game, there was some protection provided. It was really we started getting beat through the middle. It really wasn't so much on the outside as it seems. We got beat a couple times on the outside, no doubt about it. But they really started bringing pressure right up the middle, and that's where things really got kind of broken down on us a little bit. So Doug kind of really dropped the ball on this one. I'm just going to be flat out honest about it. The third thing that happened was the offensive line play. It was bad, guys. I mean, simply put, the offensive line play is a big factor in why we lost this game. To me, offensive line play, Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, there's the 3 reasons why you dropped the football game to Washington. The O-line play, I wanted to say something about Jack Driscoll. When I'm watching the condensed version of Jack Driscoll, I thought he did a really good job on a couple of snaps of really pass protecting on one-on-one situations.
So big play on the first play, and another play fake, and Wentz has a lot of time and airs it.
I thought he was very fluent in his movements. I thought he showed good hands, all that. I thought where the breakdown occurred with Jack Driscoll and really, if we're going to be real, Nate Herbig, it really came when they sent blitzes. When they started bringing the pressure for the Eagles, and anytime there wasn't running back or tight end help, I thought these guys failed to communicate very well, and guys were coming free. They were just coming through free at Carson. And that's a major problem that, let's be clear, that has to be fixed this week. We cannot head in to playing Los Angeles. I don't know if we're heading to Los Angeles, but we cannot play the Rams this way. We've got to make sure that at the very minimum, we can give Carson Wentz time. Okay? Big issues that I'm seeing here. Those are the big issues. The middle pressure got us. The communication on the line got us. When Driscoll left the game, it got really bad. I mean, this was a tough one, guys, because I thought Doug did some things at certain points during this game to try to, as I'm watching it honestly now for a third time, he tried to hit him with some screens, okay? Definitely tried to hit him with a tight end screen, tried to hit him with some receiver screens, right? He did try to run the ball a few times, but I thought he got a little too cute, tried to go a little too east and west. And our offensive line just wasn't good enough to do that this game. It wasn't, as I look back on it now, guys, at a third time without coach's film yet, it wasn't so much what Doug called as much as the selection of personnel in conjunction with the play call that really messed up. The situational play calling, on the other hand, whole nother ball game, guys. Whole nother ball game here. Couple times, right, where we made some really stupid play calls. I thought the most harmful one was the 4th and 4, where they came free right up the middle, sack Carson, has a short field to go in and kick a field goal, boom, 10-point lead. Horrible play call. What are you thinking? We had some on third downs that were questionable, right? Doug trying to press the gas pedal as hard as he could to end the half. I mean, look, man, I know these things, like, he probably would have got killed in the other end of it, but at the end of the day, we probably would have stood a fighting chance in this game or even won this game if the situational play calling was a little better. I want to get into the particulars of what I saw from Carson. And I don't have access to coach's film yet, guys, to break down his fundamentals. He sailed a couple. He definitely sailed one on Zach Ertz. I saw him sail a couple on Zach Ertz, to be honest. He definitely let one kind of get away from him a little bit on Dallas Goedert. I'm not going to say that was completely Wentz. Like, he still hit Goddard in the hands with it. Goddard should have came down with that catch. And I think that was a pretty big third down one that Goddard missed. But it was kind of just slightly behind him. You know, it wasn't like he had to reach back here, but he had to come up high and a little over him to try to grab it. He couldn't secure the catch. Wasn't the greatest ball placement by Wentz, so I'm not going to give him a pass on that one, although to me that's a combination of Wentz and Goddard. Both didn't execute that play. He threw one right into the ground. I want to say this was either late in the third quarter or beginning of the fourth quarter. It looked like kind of a comeback route from Jalen Reagor that Wentz he missed on it, and that probably would have been a conversion as well. The timing was off on the offense, guys. The timing was off. And we know it's week one. I expected the timing to be off, but not to the extent where we could drop an L solely based upon that. Against a team that's, let's be honest, really good defensive line. I thought the corners played pretty tough this game. I thought that they played above their actual ability for Washington. But in the end, that's not a very good offense that we played against. And I thought our defense did a fairly good job. I thought our defense was consistently put in bad situations. As a matter of fact, pretty much every score Washington got was on a short field. It was because we turned the ball over around the 50, going for it, right? We turned the ball, not turned the ball over, but we turned the ball over on downs. We turned the ball over twice on picks on the short field. Like, we completely handed them their points. It was ridiculous. With that said, man, this game it's frustrating to keep watching back and forth because I do think Doug was trying to do some things in protection. I thought he did a couple of things that were smart with two tight end sets over there, trying to chip, trying to block, trying to create time. I thought Doug got a little bit away from the things like crossing routes. I thought he got a little away from slant routes, quick timing passes. I thought we were very effective on blitzes. I thought early in the game we were beating Washington's blitzes with those quick plays. I thought late in the game we're being blitzed like that and we're trying to hit vertical stretch plays. And it's like, if you can't roll the pocket, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. If you can't hold up in protection, you don't roll the pocket, and you're not going with quick, timing and rhythm passes, you're going to lose that football game. They're going to get to you, no doubt about it. And they got to Wentz. And they turned Wentz over 3 times. Twice through an interception, 1 time through a fumble loss. So this was like the worst combination of Doug and Carson together. It was like we got the worst of both of them in this game. And it was weird because they both started off strong. And then they didn't make the adjustments. The quarterback didn't make the adjustments. The coach didn't make the adjustments. They're both responsible here. The offensive line is absolutely responsible. Those are the 3 components that caused us to lose this game. I do want to talk about rolling the pocket because I went back and I watched really closely. I can't say with definitively if we stopped rolling the pocket completely after this play, but this was the last play where I noticed that we were consistently rolling the pocket. This seemed to shut down Doug from doing it. There was one play to where Doug goes to roll the pocket, right? So Carson takes the ball. He comes back into the position. He gets ready to start rolling the pocket. And Driscoll and the tight ends and everyone just completely let Montez Sweat come free. He was right in Carson Wentz's face as soon as he turned to roll the pocket. Wentz tries to duck it. He can't duck it. He's sacked. I didn't see, to be honest with you, I didn't see Doug really going back to rolling the pocket after that play. I get it. I get that the right side of the line, the communication on the right side of the line was horrible. These 2 guys only having 3 career starts. It clearly showed in the game. But at the same time, I don't think you abandon it. I get that it's hard to roll the pocket given that circumstance. But you can't just abandon it, man, because it wasn't any better with Carson just standing in one spot and then Washington playing tag, who can touch Carson first. I mean, it was just a bad circumstance. I mean, the issues we saw from camp on the offensive line clearly continued into this game. It was not ideal, guys. I mean, being down Lane Johnson, being down Matt Pryor, being down Brandon Brooks, we've lost a lot. We even ended up losing Driscoll in this game. I don't know how long that injury is going to be. I'm hoping for good news, but I'm not holding my breath on that. So, frustrating game, guys. It's a frustrating game. It's a game that I think we can still get right. I don't think you look at this game and I don't think the season's lost. I think people are completely overreacting to that. Okay? The offensive line's got to get better. Doug's got to be better situationally, and for the love of God, Carson, my suspicion is you're not setting your feet correctly and you're missing throws. That's got to get ironed out. Okay? Those things have got to be improved going forward. We're not going to make it against the Rams if these kind of, issues continue. Doug's also got to be more creative. Outside of just the simple things that I was just talking about, guys, some of the other things I would like to bring up. Why wasn't Jalen Reagor used more on like jet motion sweeps? Why wasn't Jalen Reagor used for wide receiver screens? Why didn't we use the speed and athleticism of Jalen Reagor when that pass rush kept coming for you? Why not hold the pass rush? Hold that pass rush with motion. They have to keep containment. They cannot lose containment if you do that. And if they are losing containment, then you hit them with that play. I just thought Doug didn't do a particularly good job, and I thought Wentz didn't do a good job either. I thought both of those guys got, for me, those were D minuses, F pluses. That's the effort. F plus, D minus to me for those two guys. The line was not even gradable. I'm not even going to give that a grade. It was horrible. One more thing I want to talk about before I jump off of here was I've read so much hate towards John Hightower. Guys, he didn't have a good game. I thought that the way he struggled early in camp with the speed of camp, he struggled today or yesterday with the speed of an NFL game. I will say this. He's a smart kid, okay? You guys know, and I know some of you are going to be like, Steve, you made a video literally when you did your scouting report on him. You literally said he does have questionable hands at times, and I stand by that, and I was proven to be correct. But he also can make exceptional plays too. I always thought his was more of a hand and eye coordination thing, and that can be worked on. That's not, it's not a systemic issue like with hand size. It's hand and eye coordination with him. Okay? I thought the game was a little too fast for him yesterday. I thought that the interception that Carson Wentz threw was a large part was due to Hightower. He was not paying attention to the way that corner was playing him. He didn't sell the route because that corner was in off coverage. He didn't sink his hips to create separation at the top of the route stem, and they need to get back to the football. Okay? Look, it was a bad day. I still think Hightower can get it together, guys. I don't want to judge this guy as if he's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That's not fair. This is a completely different football player. I do think there's going to be a learning curve with this kid, but I do think this kid actually does have talent. So, I'm not ready to crap all over this kid yet. I know some people are. I'm not there yet. Maybe I will get there, but I'm not there yet. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you, man. That's my observation from watching this game now 3 times. I've done the condensed version twice and the live action, once. I'll let you know what I see on film. I'm going to break down everything I saw from Carson on film, guys. I'm going to break down this offensive line play. You guys are going to get you're going to get some film study this week, guys. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate y'all's attention. I know this is not the easiest thing to listen to and to watch right now. Nobody likes hearing about, talking about losses, but guys, it's not done. It's week 1. It's not done. I don't like being sucker punched. I didn't like the way that this game went down. I didn't like the coaching. I didn't like the quarterback play. But it ain't over. I trust these guys to get it together. All right, y'all. Let's close out this video. You know how I close out videos. I don't care if he lost. I'm still doing it. EAGLES. All right, y'all. Let's go steal one against the Rams.